I'm Mark Laredo, and I'm running to be the next mayor of Newton. I love this city. This is a place I grew up. It's a place my wife and I have chosen to make our home. It's a place we've chosen to raise our 3 children. We live in an absolutely terrific community. Collectively, with your help as your next mayor, I hope that we all work together to make this an even better place to live and to work. So let me just tell you a little bit about who I am. I'm a first-generation American. My dad was from Germany. He came here after Nazis took over in 1938. My mom was a child survivor of a concentration camp, Terezin. She came over in 1948, just ahead of the communist takeover there. They met in the late 1950s and shortly thereafter moved to the Boston area and moved to Newton when I was a very young child and raised my brother, sister, and myself here. We went to Cabot, we went to Bigelow, we went to Newton North. My parents were pretty typical immigrant parents. 3 basic values: work hard, education is everything, and really a profound respect for democracy and the importance of giving back. As the oldest of 3 kids, I took those things to heart. I had a paper route for several years. I worked at the Pewter Pot restaurant in Newtonville as a busboy, a waiter, a really lousy short order cook. In high school, I ran track and cross country, wrote for the school paper, co-managed business manager of the yearbook, all the typical experiences one has. But what people didn't know is when I was in high school, my dad got sick with leukemia. He died when I was halfway through college, and it was a very difficult time for our family, both because my father was very ill and because we really struggled financially during that time period. And back then, people didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about it with our friends. We didn't talk about it with our neighbors. That in turn has always reminded me that there are a lot of people in this community who suffer in different ways: physical ailments, mental health issues, financial issues, and we may not necessarily know about it. And so as I do public service, I always think about that. There are people out there whom we need to help, that we need to reach out to, and we need to be aware of them. After my dad died, my mom was pretty insistent that I return back to college. I went back to Cornell, which is, met my wife there, went on to the University of Pennsylvania Law School, and came back to the Boston area after I graduated. When our oldest son was a year old, we moved back to Newton. I persuaded my wife, who'd grown up in Milton, that Newton was really a better place to live. And we've been here now for 34 years. We have lots of friends here. We love this community. We've had great education for our kids. My wife in particular is very active at our Temple Emmanuel over on Ward Street. And I am always, every single day, just grateful that I've had the opportunity to grow up here, live here, and raise my family here. I'm Mark Laredo. I'm running to be the next mayor of Newton, and I ask for your vote in the general election.